Okay, shalom, shalom, kwam yasha'Allah, choholo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachach Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and to our elders that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. Jah Hanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Pray that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is from the military times. It says Army drops high school education waivers after a week. Okay. So now let's get into a little bit of this because this is crucial, man. These Americans, they're not as patriotic as they once was. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for them to get these people to join their militaries now because people understand. And a lot of these parents, a lot of these men that, that were patriots and fought for their country, they don't want their damn kids to go and fight for a bunch of bullshit because they know what's up. You see what I'm saying? But let's get some of this. It says, less than a week after it began, Army Recruiting Command has paused a controversial accession program that allowed prospective soldiers with high qualification test scores to enlist without a high school diploma or equivalency, according to the documents obtained by Army Times and an Army official. Command officials sent out an urgent email Wednesday morning informing recruiters of the change. A source provided the email to the Army Times. The 111 non-grad enlistment program has been suspended. Those who have enlisted are authorized to ship to training. Ooh, the email said. Any other non-grads projected for enlistment today are authorized to enlist, but all other projections must be canceled immediately. No exceptions are authorized. An Army official speaking on background confirmed the program was suspended, but noted the education waivers are within the service's authorities and could be reinstated in the future. The official said that the suspension had more to do with ensuring that we set the recruits up for success rather than perception of a lowered standard to join. The official characterized the move as a pause, saying that the most important thing is to ensure it's the right option, and we take the time to think through. We take the time to think through the right options to ensure everybody has a chance to be successful. The education waivers were contingent upon an applicant scoring higher than 50% over 50 overall on the Armed Forces qualification test, a score that places in the top 50% of those who take the standardized test. Troops without a completed high school education still had to earn a GED during their first contract to re-enlist. Okay, it says the move came amid, now this is the point, the move came amid a recruiting crisis for the military. See, it's hard for them to recruit people now. Where are all these proud-ass Americans? Where's these so-called white boys that's running around talking about replacement theory that are, that love their country and feeling as if they're being replaced? Why aren't you proud bastards going to sign up for your army instead of shooting up old people in supermarkets? You see? But see, these people are not patriotic like that, especially not their kids. They and everything that they've done is them backfired on themselves. That's why the scriptures talks about he that diggeth the pit shall fall into it. See, America, this so-called white man been doing so much bullshit that now, and a lot of that bullshit he has pushed towards the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's constantly been trying to destroy you since you've been here. I mean, it's been ongoing for hundreds of years. They've been constantly trying to destroy you as a people. Now, all of a sudden, things are starting to backfire on them. You know, that's why you go into Galatians 6 and 7. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick and I'll come back to this. As a matter of fact, I was in Ecclesiasticus 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. See, we look at stuff like this because these are things that Yahweh Bashem, he said to watch and pray. This is the Esau, Edom becoming small. You see, not only birth rate wise, because they're becoming small birth rate wise as well. They're dying all quicker than they're being born. That's where you get that replacement theory conspiracy so-called from. They're feeling as if they're being replaced, and they are basically. But I mean, they're going to be here because the Lord's main enemies is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. So with this military stuff that they're trying to put together, all these recruits that they're trying to put together, these are the people that are going to be fighting against the Lord and going to get demolished. And they have no idea. You see what I'm saying? Let's go into, what's that? Galatians 6 and 7, because they're reaping what they've sown now. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So now when it comes to this man is that I'm talking about right now is Esau, Edom. And his seed, it's not just him individually, it's his sons and the children, his offspring that have, prospered throughout the earth for millennia, on some bullshit, basically. And now all the things that they've done, or this the destruction that they've sown, is starting to come back and fall back on them. And let's prove that, the Lord, he deals with nations and men. Let's go to Job. What is that? Salakia. Yeah, Job 34 and 29. When he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only. See? Because the Lord, he deals with nations, man. He'll set a nation up. That's just like Esau, Edom. The so-called white man is in the position that they are, and they have the strongest militaries in the world, is because the Lord set them up. But that same sword that he gave them as a blessing is going to be used against them as a curse, man. So let's go back into it, because this is really what's going on right here. And by them not, and see, if they're doing stuff like this, it'll probably come to a point of now they're going to drop an age rate and all that other stuff, because I think the cutoff age for the military here in America is probably like 34 or something like that. Shit, man, over in Ukraine, when Ukraine and Russia first started getting at it, any man that was able to hold a rifle and that was able to walk, I don't give a shit if he was 90 years old or if he was, I think their range was maybe, I don't know, 16, 15 years old to a damn 100. But if you was a man and you was physically able to hold a rifle, it was illegal for you to leave Ukraine as a man. That was the beginning of that war. That's, or the beginning of their little thing that they got going on over there, right? So it can come to that point in America where they can say, hey, look, we know that our standard point, they're going to be trying to call back a bunch of old ass veterans. Oh, we know you still not can you still fly a helicopter? You think you could still fly, drive these tanks? You think you could still fly a F-22? Out here on a motherfucking oxygen machine. I'm telling you. Because this is what it's coming to. Nobody wants to join America's army. A lot of people are seeing through the bullshit that America has been doing. The man of perdition that goes into 2 Thessalonians. The man of perdition is being revealed. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, I think that is. That son of perdition, that man of sin. And that person, that particular seed, that's Esau, Edom. That's the so-called white man. Everybody is starting to see that this guy is the problem with everything that's going on in the planet. He's the problem. Constantly at war, constantly fighting, constantly going somewhere fucking with somebody, constantly going to steal the land, setting up their own puppets and stealing the resources and man, this guy was able to bottle water and sell it to people, man. Something that's supposed to be free. They're able to charge you water coming through a faucet, man. Charging you for wood to build a damn house, man, with all this wood. Come on, man. This man has completely taken over the earth and destroyed it, man. And that's why nobody is feeling sorry for him. Even their allies are sick of him. They just got to deal with him because they done signed contracts with him. You see? Let me get that back again. This is very important right here. The move came amid a recruiting crisis for the military. None of the services except the Marine Corps are on track to meet their active duty and enlisted recruiting goals for the fiscal year. So they ain't meeting the goals. And that's on NBC News. They pretty reputable. I'm sure they got the get down on it, but this is the Military Times. I guess if anybody knows, it should be them. It says an Army spokesperson said last week that the service has only met 40%, see, of its enlisted accession goals for the fiscal year. They down 60%, man. So if they was basically trying to get, say for instance, 100,000 people, they only got up to 40. So they short 60,000. You see what I'm saying? And you can do the numbers on whatever level. It depends on how many they was actually. I'm not sure how many they actually try and recruit. But no, people are not going for that no more, man. You see? And you notice those NFL games, when Kaepernick and them taking a knee. You see, because the NFL is hand in hand with the U.S. Army. That's why you see a lot of their commercials being played. That's why you'll have an Army and Navy game on TV and stuff like that. See, that NFL, they go hand in hand with the US of A. They make people stand. They sing that dumbass song. You put your hand on your heart. You pledge allegiance to the flag and all that stupid shit. And when Kaepernick, took that knee, that was profound. They blackballed that boy for that. But that made that showed you the separation also in this country as well. You see what I'm saying? That goes back to the 60s when those brothers was putting up the fist in the Olympics. And they these so-called white people like, oh, you Nick, I ain't gonna even go all off into it, but you know how they get now, because they really feel as if, see, they'll tell you free, but they got a whole bunch of niggas this and niggas that you don't get down with their program. What do you mean you're not gonna sing my song? What do you mean you're not gonna stand for my anthem? But see, what the Lord is starting to, basically he's lifting their skirt. And he's showing the world that these guys are not as tough as they've been fronting like they, I gave them that power, which they won't admit to. Now the Lord is stripping them of it. You see? Let's get that back. It says an Army spokesperson said last week that the service has only met 40% of enlisted accessions goal this fiscal year, despite a mid-year cut to the Army's in-strength target that was intended to ensure the service didn't have to sacrifice quality for quantity. See that? That's crazy, man. It's not clear how many applicants without diplomas or GEDs were able to successfully enlist this week. I mean, hey, they live in this country. They love their country. Let their asses go fight for it. Shit, there's people out here getting, this damn fucking motherfuckers out here running businesses, man, and don't have a high school diploma. It's successful business leaders that started their own businesses that don't have high school diploma and a bunch of that other shit, man. It's because they're not teaching you nothing. I mean, and if they're gonna say that, just think about this new generation of gender, these damn pronoun kids. What kind of skills are they gonna have? Get out of here, man. If this place was to last that long, for some of these pronoun kids, these preschoolers that they trying to teach, little boy can be a little girl and a little girl can be a little boy. If they were to go into the future and this place lasted that long, man, they wouldn't have a military. Like, for real. It says also the service plan to begin granting more waivers to high school educated applicants who don't meet the minimum AFQT score of 31, according to an Army official familiar with the plan. The education requirement waivers, which required strong test scores, were met with skepticism and mockery from some observers. See, people were looking at their asses like they stupid as hell. Like, damn, y'all can't even, you got all these fat ass kids. They're not physically able to even pass the physical side of the test. So they like, all right, well, that's okay. We can whip them in shape, Then they're just dumb as hell. They can't even, pass, regular question, because it can't be that hard. Common sense shit, It says, whatever the reason for the change, it certainly blindsided hopeful applicants without high school educations who had jumped at the prospect of enlisting when they learned of the waiver. Okay, but anyway, you get the point, man. And these people in the comments, they're going nuts too. This one person says, this is to make up for all the ones they are kicking out for not getting that shot. And that's not the case. It's not that many of them like that. It's not that many of them like that. You know what I'm saying? It's some thousands. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like, I would have to say if it's 3% that didn't take that jabby, I'd be surprised. And because that's not the case right there. It says trading good soldiers for high school dropouts. Great job, Brandon. It says high school dropouts learning new pronouns. Go figure. Says can't drink, can't use tobacco, may or not have a driver's license, but want to operate a $10 million tank. Boy, do we have a job for you. And I mean, like I said again, but this is all to our advantage, man. We root this on. This is what we pray for. This is why you should be thankful to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai every time you throw up a curse on this place, America, man. Because it's actually working. And I'm going to grab one more scripture and be out. Because this is what I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. They're falling off, and it's time. I mean, America has run its course, man. It has run its course, man. It's like putting a bag of popcorn in the microwave, and you push the popcorn button. Once the cycle goes down, and it ding, popcorn ready, man. That's it. And if you try and go any further, you're gonna burn the shit up. You put too many more minutes, put another minute on it. Try and put another, you know what I'm saying, 30 seconds, 40 seconds on it and see how it turn out. You know? Your popcorn all, got the burnt taste. But anyway, let's get this Ecclesiasticus 25:7, also known as the Book of Sirach. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. And that's what we're seeing. That makes us happy. You're supposed to be happy. If you come across an Israelite and he know he's a Hebrew Israelite, and this nigga is sad about any of the stuff or any of the stuff that's going down with America, see what it's vexing to see the alphabet crew out here running rampant. But that's got to happen. We're happy about that. We're happy that the LGBTQ is out here running rampant and they're running shit. Yeah, go ahead. That lets us know that we're just that much closer to getting the hell out of here. You see, those things must happen. We're happy with these chicks running around out here fighting to abort their babies. We're happy about that. Why? Because it lets us know that how close we are, because we're living in the last days. It's showing you the wickedness that's being portrayed and that it can't be much longer. And then you got the wars, rumors of wars, of course, what Yahushua said, the things that he showed us, the things that he gave us. You know what I'm saying? As far as, what will be happening in the end days when the disciples asked the Lord, what will be going down just before you're coming. All those things are happening. Wars, rumors of wars. Your famines, your pestilence, your earthquakes in diverse places, your sedition of men, and it's a lot of stuff, man, that's about to start happening, man. It's a lot more stuff that's about to start happening that people are not even really paying attention to. Matter of fact, I know over here, where is that at? Right here. Wasn't even that far away. Now, check out the title to this. Tell them we are starving, beg South Sudanese, as food aid dries up because white people are at war in Ukraine. See? They like, tell them we hungry. And there you go. You got the damn Edomite over there, the Edomite woman over there. They always somewhere, man. So basically, the world is going into what they're calling see, it just hasn't started over here as of yet. I mean, it's getting to a point of it just hasn't kicked in. But it has already started. You see what I'm saying? These people over here hungry as hell over in Africa, man. And it's coming to a theater near you. See, a lot of these so-called whites and, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the people that just live in this country, they actually feel like things are going to go on. See, they gave you a little gas break for this little holiday weekend. They, knocked the gas down about a quarter, 30 cent, 50 cent, little something. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing some cheaper gas because it was I think at most, I was seeing like $5.29. I ended up getting some last night, actually at $4.75. And I just seen some for I've been seeing it like $4.69, $4.65, little stuff like that. So they cutting you a little bit of a break. They didn't cut into it about 50 cents, 75 cents or so. But after this holiday, man, they no telling what the hell is about to happen, man, after Monday. By the next following weekend. Ain't no telling what's about to happen. They might have a damn false flag on 4th of July. You never can tell with the so-called white man. So that's why it's important to always watch and pray. What are you watching for? The end time prophecies. What are you praying for? That, hey, you'll be accounted worthy enough to make it through all the things that are to come to pass and accounted worthy enough to stand before the Son of Man. Matter of fact, I'll end out with that. Luke. And we're living in serious times, man. Luke 21:36, and it reads, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. So that's something that you should be adding to your prayer. Praying to I pray that every day, man, a few times a day, 5, 6, 7 times a day sometimes, man. Pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. that he would, that you're accounted worthy enough. I pray that for the nation of Israel, the elect, and I pray that I'm a part of it, but pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that you're accounted worthy enough to make it through all these things that are to come to pass. Because a lot of people are not going to be worthy. I mean, none of us really are. I mean, but hey, if he's giving us an opportunity, then and he's saying pray for it, then that's something you should be praying for. You wanna add this to your daily prayer to go right along with the Lord's Prayer. Always say the Lord's Prayer because it covers everything. But there are other things that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua told us to pray for. He also told us to pray for laborers for the harvest. Because the more laborers you got, the quicker you can get a job done. Shit, we trying to get the hell out of here. Pray for those things, man. But this is one of those things. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. So pray to Yahweh that you're accounted worthy enough to make it through the things that are to come to pass and accounted worthy enough to stand before the Son of Man. That is the main goal. That's our main goal, to be counted worthy enough and to stand before the Son of Man and receive a crown, man. That's our main goal. That's our main goal, straight up, man. So, with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Continue on praying also that for the downfall of our enemies, because this is a clear-cut fact that our prayers are going forth to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that he's cutting it to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right here in Babylon the Great, man. You see? So continue on praying, Wild Bible Ball. Mahar, Salah, Kualalayam, Balalayam, Wahawayam, Al Asa, Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah, Bahashim Yahushai. You see? Continue on praying for those calamities. We pray that Yahweh will send forth calamities. You see? Terrors. and shortfalls for these people, man, because they deserve it, man. We're not praying for the Lord to bless this place, man, for this wicked ass place to continue on going on. And that's the problem that you have with these wacky tacky ass Christians. How are you a Christian and you see all this wickedness and evilness going on, and you should be wanting the Lord to rid you of that shit. You shouldn't want to be a part of this. But they praying for this place, knowing full well that it's impossible for this wickedness to be overturned, so to speak, unless the Lord just completely demolishes this place. Like, come on, man. But with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashallah.